After a couple of disappointing results, it's nice to have another game straight away. Obviously, a team we played, like you said, not too long ago, who we're aware of their strengths, and after managing to pick 3 points up against them last time, it's definitely something that we're looking to do come Tuesday.
I mean, you look at the last few games, and I think it was 3 against Stevenage, but 3 of our last 4 we haven't scored. I think there's not too much cause for alarm, though, is there? Because I think you look at the amount of goals you've scored in total this season. I mean, we've proven that we can find the back of the net, haven't we?
Yeah, definitely. I think we're still getting in really good positions in the final third. It's just maybe the last little bits just lacking at the moment, but it's important that we're still getting in good areas, and as long as we can be a little bit more patient or add a little bit more quality into the last little bit, then hopefully the goals will come back, and we can start scoring freely like we did at the start of the year.
So Jay, when results aren't going our way like they have the past couple of games, I mean, how important is your role as captain to motivate the rest of the side?
Yeah, obviously it's a big responsibility for me. I think it's important that the boys still have confidence going into games. With the amount of games coming up, especially if you have a good week and pick up 3 points in 3 games, it really does fire you up the table. So there's still loads to play for. It's about not getting too high with the highs and not getting too down with the downs as such. So it's about trying to keep everyone as motivated as possible, keep enjoying ourselves, and it's time to go on a run and hopefully keep climbing the table.
We're going to be doing that, hoping to do that without Nikki Law, though. How much of a miss is he going to be for you personally and for the team?
Yeah, massively. On a personal level, someone that I get on really well with. So, I'll miss, coming into training and seeing him every day. We all know what a fantastic player he is on the pitch, what he brings to this club, and, what he has done over the last 2.5 years has been, fantastic. We're obviously all delighted for him to go and, have this opportunity of experiencing something abroad, which, he's always wanted to do. He's talked about America for a number of years. So yeah, obviously he's going to be a massive loss, both on the pitch and off the pitch, but football moves on as such, and it'll be important for someone else to sort of step into his role and hopefully be as successful as he is for the club.
Got to ask, who's going to take over his role now as the one that always plays the jokes? Because I know he was the big kid, really.
I'm not sure, I'll have to wait and see how the next few weeks sort of pan out. But yeah, he was a funny guy, that's for sure, and someone that he'll be missed in the changing room. But yeah, like I said, it's important to move on as quickly as we can, and get back to winning ways and start concentrating on the back end of this season.
And a couple of new faces. Obviously, it's great to have Yokel back. We know what a great character he is. And the latest addition in Robbie Wilbert, he's going to be, a good addition to the side, isn't he?
Yeah, Jocko, obviously we knew a lot about him. Obviously coming on loan last time, he did a really good job for us. So great to have him back. He's a good boy around the changing room. A great goalkeeper, and great to have him back. And obviously Robbie came in today. Got lots of experience, a good player who we've played against many times. So he's going to be important. Going into the rest of the season, and it's nice to have a few more bodies in the building because, there's lots of games coming up.
Look, you've been in the game a long time. You know how it goes, but, you look at the schedule and, I think in February there's 8 games, 6 of which are away. It's a hell of a lot of travelling. Next week, we've got 3 away games in a row. I mean, how do you prepare yourself mentally for all the travelling and, not being on our home ground for such a long time?
Yeah, I think when you sign for Exeter, you get pretty used to travelling up and down the country. I'm sure you're well aware of this now as well. It's it becomes sort of second nature to be sitting on a bus to an away game that might take 5-6 hours. So I'm pretty used to it by now. I'm sure the majority of the boys are as well. So there's not too much that we have to mentally prepare. Obviously, each game we go into and do as much research and the coaching do, as much background checks on the way they sort of play and everything like that. So yeah, I think the more games, the better. It's going to be a hectic schedule. We've got a good squad, so everyone's going to be needed at some point. So yeah, looking forward to it. It's definitely something that lots of people in our squad may not have experienced. 8 games in a month, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it personally. And like I said before, if you can have a good couple of weeks, you can really shoot up the table, which is what we'll be looking to do.
I think February, it could be our defining month. I think, it's probably mad to suggest that we'll win all 8, but if we can get a fair few wins out of those 8, we could be in an excellent position, couldn't we?
Yeah, it's a massive month for us. Like I said before, if you pick up some good results, you climb up the table. If you don't, then teams start overtaking you. So it's definitely an important month in terms of our season and how we're gonna get on this year. So yeah, it's one that we're looking forward to and going into with confidence. We played some really good stuff so far this year. Scored some really good goals. So it's important to get a little bit of confidence back in the boys and start firing again.